Earth Mum here. It's Halloween and we're still in Standing Rock. We are at the Oceti Shikoni camp and I'm talking with Gerie Tremmel of Standing Rock, and wanted Gerie to tell us a little bit of the history of Standing Rock and about what's going on now. Because I heard Gerie talking over breakfast and she has a lot of wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you, relatives. I shake hands with you with a good heart today and greet you all. My English name is Gerie Tremmel. My Indian name is Taoya Tewankapiwe, which is Lady Seen by Her Nation. I'm Hunk Papa, and I'm from the band of Sitting Bull Band. I'm a fifth descendant of Sitting Bull, and I grew up in this part of the teachings I received were from this area. And my grandmother lived a quarter of a mile from here. And I originally grew up in the place where they call the killing of Sitting Bull. I grew up in Little Oak Creek, South Dakota side. But my grandma's married, so they lived up this way. So we used to come up and help them with cattle and horses and stuff like that. So we spent kind of half our time from South Dakota side to North Dakota side with my grandma's sisters. And so we always did things like that. And it's truly an honor for me to be able to speak to everyone. One of the things that I wanted to say is that, you know, to have this struggle that we're going through right now, it's a very, very spiritual struggle. It's about the spirit. It's about the unity of our spirits to make one whole spirit. And that's teaching us. It's a teaching that we have. And when we teach these things, we have to experience it. We can't just say it. And that's what I was talking about earlier today, is that with these teachings, you have to have the experience to truly understand and truly realize that what kind of is we are very simple people. We are not into, we've learned how to be materialistic now. And that's a whole different genre of things. But before, we're very simple. My descendants, we grew up on just hauling water, hauling wood, making sure our grandmas and grandpas had wood, making sure that they had water. We hauled water. We didn't have electricity. We had oil lamps. There was ways that we didn't have even candles sometimes. We just had oil lamps. And so that's what you worked with. So one of the things that happened is that as children, we used to know everything about our land. We used to know everything, where the gullies were, where there was good wood, wet wood, dry wood, what good ash wood. So you knew all these things. And that's one of the things that's very powerful about our land here, is that it's sacred to us. Because just a couple places around us is traditional burial grounds. And those are places that we've never talked about. And now they're digging them up, you know, and we have a story of the giants. You know, many of our families know these giants, and there's some of our descendancy. They're 7-8 foot giants, and these are very sacred to us. They're very sacred people, beings to us, people to us. They're our relatives, and that's where some of our families descend from. And so we have the height. And so I was just telling that what we believe in is that movement is sacred. When you move someplace, it creates an energy. When we swipe your hand, you created an energy. You created something changed right then and there. And a lot of people don't realize that because they get caught up in the world. They get caught up in their everyday life. That's not a bad thing, but you're missing something very beautiful and very powerful in understanding that our way of life is very simple. It's nothing complicated. And now you're seeing it and sharing it, being in this camp. This camp is peaceful. When you come into this camp, you feel it right away. There's something there, and you want it. You want that simplicity, but also that camaraderie, that collectiveness. You created a collective. And when you create that collective, that spirit comes together. And so we always tell people, when you leave, make sure you gather your spirit. And many of them want to come back, and that's good. We love that, you know, that's good. But for these things to desecrate our sacred sites is very, very heartbreaking for us, because those are our ancestors. Those are our relatives, and it was gifted to us to take care of them and protect them. We've never, ever told where they were buried. We've kept that many families secret, and we never told it. Finally, we were told that we had to tell. So when we were told, the judge went and gave the information to the other side to dabble, and they dug them up, destroyed them, and desecrated them. And that's one of the most hard things, because that affects us as a people. And so we got to fix that spirit. We've got to go back and claim that spirit now of those ones that they've destroyed. And we've been doing that. But that's a continual thing. That's going to be a continual process. And that's why I always encourage our people, learn to live simple. Don't complicate your life. Don't complicate your mind. Don't complicate your heart. Because these things are sacred to us. You've given a mind. There's a reason why you're here. You're called here. Many people are here for a reason. A lot of it's about healing. A lot of it's about finding their sense of purpose. And a lot of it is just being here with other people that have a lot of love and a lot of compassion and a lot of understanding. We're all from different walks of life. We're all from different backgrounds. But when you're here, you're a relative. And you're treated as such. You're given food, you're given shelter, you're given talks to help you get over whatever it is that's bothering you. We have relatives here that know these ways, and so they share it. And so this is something that's very, very unique about this area. This area is very beautiful, but it's also very powerful. And this is something that, I always pray for, is that our people come together. And they have. They have come together. They've brought their relatives, their friends, their whatever you want to call them, camaraderie and all of that. They've created that collective now. And now that's powerful, because in our beliefs and in our way of life, we say that, there's going to be something coming. And that something's coming because you want something, you're seeking something. But when you get it, are you ready for it? So that's the other thing, prepare. Because this place is nothing like any other place. It's different because the people are the ones that are here. The movement, the walking, the changing that you're doing, of the energy, that's what it's all about. Because it's all about love. And there's a lot of hate going on in the world today. And sometimes it's hard to have that love in your heart. It's hard to have that love in your mind. It's hard to have that love in your heart all the way through. And many of us are here on a journey to heal too. And so this is what this place is about. And it's beautiful. Our life is beautiful, but it's about everyone. It's about how we make it for everybody to help each other. Learn to care about each other. That's really the biggest lesson here. I think everybody is learning. It's hard because we've been conditioned. It's hard to overcome. But we're here, and it's gonna work. We're gonna do it. We're gonna succeed. Maybe not in this level, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I thank you so much.
Thank you.